He is angry for more power and wants to become the richest president in the world. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has no time for angry or hungry Nigerians. Buhari. Hey, this one. Hey, shock. Welcome back to Prospect Channels TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Buhari said President Bola Tinubu is a hungry like most of us who complain about hardship in the land. He is hungry for more power. He is hungry for acceptance among Nigerians. He is hungry for recognition as a performing president. Gives him sleepless nights. Let us not speculate that he is hungry to recover his election expenses. What are the billions that went into the election compared to the gains? No. He is hungry, lies elsewhere, and time is of essence. Tinubu is hungry to impress you enough for him to continue presiding over a country that is on a free fall. He is hungry to quickly get over some things. As a renowned strategist, Tinubu is ready to deal with important things like possible obstacles to 2027 election. He cannot waste his time bothering about hungry people who imagine that the president is not hungry. Like you and I, he too complains that things are hard as he is compelled to get his men and women into places that matter for the future. The race is against time. The present is about sharing the spoils of the war you call 2023 election. The president has hundreds of thousands of appointments to make to deal with this hungry and that of his followers, including recent converts. Complaints are in abundance that Muhammadu Buhari look every day away, but we see enough found out to Tinubu and complain to know that extreme hunger is avoidable for ordinary Nigerians. If it was important to Tinubu, hunger would be a great weapon in 2027 that will benefit Tinubu. His war chest would have enlarged. Poor Nigerians would vote for the next piece of bread. That is the ones who make it to 2027 and had not deleted their interest in voting. Tinubu manages our hunger with wells while important issues get immediate attention. He pulled out 24 billion naira from the grains fund to meet pilgrimage obligations. He clearly makes religion priority over food, with the dead need religion. His holy appreciation of the hunger in the land results in the gaps in addressing it. Tinubu has never associated food shortage or high prices, as his hate admits, with insecurity. He cannot fight insecurity, so he does not want to be reminded about it. Farmers are being killed and their farms destroyed. Residents of most farming communities have deserted them. The president is silent on their plight. Perhaps it will cost him votes to fight the criminals who made Nigeria unsafe, not only for farming. Even if criminals were not devastating farming communities, the cost of fuel has added to the uncertainty of food delivery. The president has no solution to that. His empty promises are for his survival. In July 2023, he made a vigorous promises with March 2024 as deadline for implementing them. Some of the promises: to strengthen the manufacturing sector, increase its capacity to expand and create good-paying jobs. We are going to spend 75 billion between July 2023 and March 2024. Our objective is to fund 75 enterprises with great potential to kickstart sustainable economic growth, escalate structural transformation, and improve productivity, each of the 75 manufacturing enterprises will be able to access 1 billion credit at 9% per annum, with a maximum of 60 months repayment for long-term loans and 12 months for working capacity. We are going to energize this very important sector with 125 billion. Out of the sum, we will spend 50 billion on conditional grants to 1 million nano businesses between now and March 2024. Our target is to give 50,000 each to 1,300 nano businesses owners in each of the 774 local governments across the country. In like manner, we will fund 100,000 MIMEs and startups with 75 billion. Under this scheme, each enterprise promoter will be able to get between 500,000 naira to 1 million at 9% interest per annum and a repayment period of 36 months. These mountains were to be, of the Tinubu's economy. We are days away from March. What happened to the Tinubu economic wizardry that many hailed as a magic wand? Some had reminded the president then that unless electricity and insecurity were addressed, that his wonder plan would not succeed. Others had wondered where he would get the money. Tinubu has spent 9 months telling the people he cares with wealth. Money no longer seems to be the only challenge. Tinubu lacks the capacity to drive issues to resolutions unless they benefit them and company. Issues like hunger, electricity, and insecurity just overwhelmed him. He has been boasting about releasing 42,000 metric tons of food. Is Hesse of Farmers Association of Nigeria, AFAN, National President Kabiri Ibrahim in July 2023 had told New Telegraph that Nigeria had little grain in our soil nationwide since farmers had not returned to farm over failure of government to provide security at the farms. Nigeria used most of her grains during COVID-19. This was the farmers' group response to Tinubu's order on the release of 200,000 metric tons of grains. Who got the grains in 2023? The absent-mindedness in managing food shortages is reflected in the president's current vacillation between 42,000 and 102,000 metric tons of grains. He is importing the grains where the soil is restocked. As the hunger bites and anger appears in street protesters, the economy has become famed from Syria, circulars from the central bank on the dollar. The expertise in managing the economy manifests in most decisive measures like moving offices from Abuja to Lagos. What is left for Tinubu's media to blame political opponents for their hunger? An earlier lecture that there was no food scarcity failed. Tinubu has no plan for the economy. His government has been in panic mode for months. Price control for unavailable commodities. Price control did not work for the military with degrees and guns. A good starting point would be for Tinubu to admit his challenges and accept that he has surrounded himself with people who cure their own hunger by making Tinubu a god. Tinubu asks us to be patient as he gaps about with minimal concerns about Nigeria. This is the writer's opinion. Well, I'm dropping it here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section, as you can see.